degree. It is
It says on air. I will get you some water if I can get this thing working. Promise you.
Says we're live from Grandma. Did you know that?
That's what I said. It's actually really weird. So it keeps saying stream finished. See, it looks like it's working here. I'm sure people can hear us if it's live. Is it showing live? That one just like died.
The video's working and everything.
Okay, well, people can see.
Is it really that cold? The sun says hello.
Is it the Holly? Is it the other one that had the different title? I don't know why it wants to be stupid like that. There we go. Yes, Gary. It is very cold in here. Oh, Connor? Who said that? Casey, yes, it's very cold here. I thought you said your son said that.
No, our son said hello.
Hey guys. Sorry, more technical difficulties today.
Looks like Shelley and Dustin.
Yes.
Over here.
Yep. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We have a bit of a delay. We don't have a real good internet connection here, so we'll make the best of it. Right now it's just Michelle. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. How is that?
Down there.
We're down there. We're also up there. How's the audio and video quality, guys? Because I have no idea. We're streaming at like 2.5 megabits per second uploading right now, so I'm not exactly sure. Hey Tim, how you doing? Sorry you guys couldn't make it this weekend. We've had a good time, but we're kind of bummed out. My favorite two dark rides were not operational. Well, one's a dark ride, one's a walkthrough, you know, haunted stuff. They were all closed because of COVID. But Michelle got to go on a couple of roller coasters.
And then the new one, the tram, runaway tram.
The runaway tram, yeah, I wanted to go on that, and I didn't get a chance to do it. It kind of looks like Flight of the Hippogriff at Universal Studios in Orlando. At least the track looks similar to me, and the speed and the height, so I could probably handle it okay. And
Tim wants to know if we went to Cape May. We went somewhere today.
you can say.
Well, I know, I'm not telling them on
Oh,
purpose.
okay. Yeah, we didn't go to Cape May. Today we decided to go to Stone Harbor, which is north of Wildwood, and check that out. And it'll be in the vlog when we get that uploaded. We had a good time today. We went out to dinner tonight, and thought I heard somebody. It's not. The campground that we're staying at right now is really nice. We really like it. Got somebody knocking on the door.
Please. We have company. You'll have to push the camera back out. So Garrett, why are we on your car speakers?
on
coming in.
Just last minute decided, sorry.
Winging it now.
Hello, Michelle.
Let me learn this back.
Hi. Oh, look, we got another friend.
Oh no, did he come in with us?
He came in to say hi.
I got him. Maybe.
He won't pick it up.
This is going to be a comedy act on while I'm trying to catch a moth.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge moth.
I'm sorry.
That is a cabbage loper moth. I know that
And if we
because they're
have cabbage, he's going to be looping all over it.
Yep, and they eat broccoli.
Oh really?
Their worms do, yeah. Got
You
it.
got it. Come on, Maya, you sit in the middle. Good job. I'm not seeing that.
All right, I'm going to be moving the camera again.
We have some visitors, some friends who came to say hi to us.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'll let you know. Oh, you can see. You're in the little window.
I can
If you're chilly, I have more blankets.
I want this. Thank you.
Let me turn the air off.
No. No.
I'm going to keep that one on.
Okay.
It'll blow air, and it'll make it a little bit quieter in here, too.
I love air. Like I have icicles coming out my bedroom.
Right. I love to be under like 15 blankets.
Under all the blankets. Yeah.
Weird, I tell you, weird.
Aren't we now?
Excuse me, Maya.
So how has your evening been since we last saw you?
Well, I just relaxed
Mm-hmm.
since I was the only one up at 7.
Yes, I understand. Well, we did run back up to the boardwalk. We got Connor his pizza.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes.
We should do introductions. Okay, if you guys don't already know, I'm Marcus. This is Michelle, and
I'm Herbie, Red Jaguar Travels.
And I'm the wife, Mary of Red Jaguar Travels. And this is our granddaughter, Maya. Say hello, Maya.
So, I haven't been reading anything. So Garrett has been sitting in his car for 20 minutes for some reason.
Garrett, why are you sitting in your car? It didn't break down again, did it?
And Tim says that they couldn't go. But he's glad we had fun.
Yep. Well, we're definitely going to do this again next year. Hopefully everything will be back to normal by then.
Yeah, and
Hopefully.
things open.
That would be
Hopefully.
nice.
Yeah, one of the things that we noticed on the boardwalk, in spots, there's a lot of stuff that's closed down. Some of it looks permanent, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yep.
Put so many people out of business.
Yeah,
Yep. You guys hearing the audio okay? Because I can't see the audio indicator.
Everything's great.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Everything's great.
Just making sure. What's that?
Show or hide.
Oh, no, show it.
Oh.
Oh, we just put a emoji.
Oh.
The live streaming thing is new to us. For some reason, I had another problem tonight when I was starting up the stream, and it didn't connect to the stream that I had scheduled for today, and it started a new stream.
I know, connected to the old one.
Connected. Well, that was because the software is set up for that. But I told it to connect to the scheduled stream. But I don't know. I'll get it figured out someday,
Yeah.
as long as it's working.
That's right.
So, so anyway.
Before you guys got here, we were talking about the campground here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think for all of us, this is our first time here, and it's been pretty nice.
What do you guys think about it?
I think it's nice. I think it's a very nice campground.
Yep.
Just the mere fact that they schedule pool time is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. They have a nice pool up front. It's not huge, but this isn't really a big campground. It's shaded. Lots of shade. I think the roads are pretty wide. Some of these campgrounds you get in, they're very narrow, and you can barely get into your space.
And the sites are gravel, but they all seem to have like a cement pad.
Yes, most of them do. As I was walking around today vlogging, not all of them do.
I said most.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
All of
whatever.
them. Yeah, most of them have.
And they can
cement.
accommodate the bigger rigs.
Yes. Yep.
You have a Prevost behind you.
I know, right?
It can fit a big rig.
Yeah. And there's another fifth wheel behind us that pulled in yesterday, day before yesterday. Yesterday they came in yesterday.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, the one that's being towed with the 1500. It's a drop frame.
This has
fifth
been bothering
wheel
him really bad since they pulled it.
Yeah.
with a 1500. Come on. I don't know. You start reading about like specifications on what you should tow trucks with or tow campers with, and that unit, actually that's the back. This is the front. This is the back. I mean that camper, it's got to weigh at least gross 15,000, 16,000.
Yeah,
it's a drop frame, and pin weight's probably approaching 3,000 pounds with all the stuff they got in it.
Maya, has it been bothering you all weekend too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been bothering her too. No, but anyway, so yeah, but it's been really nice, and one of the things that I noticed about this campground being a privately owned campground is it's maintained very nicely.
It is. They picking up trash every 5 minutes.
Yep.
It is constantly cleaning up.
And they've the landscaping. We have flowers next to our site, beautiful flowers. So I kind of like that. They really care about their campground. A lot of places that we've been to, Powerland, they just don't seem to care.
And I don't have nobody coming around mowing the lawn.
Exactly right. Yep.
While I'm in my site trying to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you had to go out and clean your rig.
Yep.
By the way, has anybody heard them calling like bingo numbers for the past hour?
Yes, they have. That's right. Michelle wanted to do
I
bingo.
wanted to go at
said-
8 o'clock. They were doing bingo
I wish I
t-shirts.
would've known. Like I'm hearing, like, is that bingo? I keep hearing.
I
bing.
totally forgot.
Oh my
I do like
God.
Yes, they
Something
do
else.
have activities here.
Yes.
Last night I believe they had line dancing.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah,
want to
missed
do
out
that
on
one.
that too.
If we
Line
can go to
dancing.
the boardwalk, I definitely want to do that. I love line dancing.
And we've been traveling quite a bit this summer. All of us
Yes.
have.
Yes.
And I think this is the first campground that we've been to that actually was doing activities.
I agree.
I think.
Yeah,
I
I think
agree.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I don't recall any of the others.
I don't know. Asheville had something.
Oh,
but
that's
we didn't hang around long enough.
yeah.
but
That's right. They
Asheville, KOA had something.
Did they?
I don't
Yeah.
remember that one.
did. Yeah. But yeah, all the other ones they haven't been doing anything, and I think they've said no, there's no activities because of COVID. Now, interestingly enough, here they're not picking up the trash because they'll come around and get your trash every morning here, but they're not doing it because of COVID. I don't know how.
Yeah, they don't pick up the trash from your site, but they'll ride around on golf carts and pick up any little pieces of trash on the
Right.
ground.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't get
So
that one.
Casey is wondering, he says he's heard of Red Jaguar. He says he's wondering, how did you guys meet up?
Well, it's a funny
He says
story.
it's from Mike and
From a
Heidi.
friend and from a friend of a friend and a friend.
Yes.
That's how
It's
basically.
not from Mike and Heidi.
No, it's not actually. So last fall,
Yes.
I decided I wanted to go to the Michelle and I went to the Hershey RV show because we just wanted to vlog it and just check out the new rigs. That was the first day, not the media day, but the day after Michelle and I went up. It was like a Wednesday, and Traveling Robert was coming back from his big summer trip, and he was there, and I knew he was going to have a meetup there, and I wanted to, say hi to him. And
And I actually set the meetup up.
that's right,
For
you did.
Traveling Robert.
Yep. So, got there, mingled a while, and Herbie and Mary, they were there,
Yes.
and we closed out the bar. It was just like 5 or
Yes.
6 of us. Traveling Robert,
We got kicked out of the place.
we got kicked out. We did.
Come on, we're trying to go home.
Right. Mike and Heidi from RV Daydream were there. Traveling Robert, and there was one other couple I think that was with us.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a couple of people that were there with us. I believe I can't remember the name, but they have a YouTube channel too.
Maria. I knew the wife's name was Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and then gave Herbie my channel information and my email address, and he contacted me last December,
Yep.
and he's
It
like,
was
"Hey,
downhill from there.
yep, downhill." He's like, "Hey, we need to go," because I think we did a top 10, and at one of the places that are in that top 10 list was where do you want to go, and it was Myrtle Beach. I said Myrtle Beach, and Herbie, he emailed me the next day. He's like, "We need to set up a trip," and I'm like, "All right, let's do it." So yeah, that's how we kind of met.
I forgot.
Yeah. So, and then Herbie got Mike and Heidi from RV Daydream into that, and then we kind of did the trip. The rest is history.
I was friends with them, and I said, let's all just do this We can get a nice meetup, and if anything else, relax.
Exactly.
Unbeknown to us,
Right.
that COVID was going to hit the scene.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But we didn't let it stop us.
Nope, we made the best of it,
Yeah.
regardless.
And it was a very good trip. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if the other couple, were they YouTubers as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So, but yeah, that's the answer to your question, Casey.
Okay.
Any other questions there?
Can't stay on tonight. Just wanted to say hi. Have a good night. So that's from Dustin and Shelly.
Hey, Dustin and Shelley, thanks a lot. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yep.
Looking forward to your next vlog too, by the way.
What are your numbers at now? Is he still at 1,000?
Yeah, I don't know. What's your subscriber count right now? I think it's like 1,050 the last time I checked or something.
Look at that.
Maybe it wasn't that high. I don't know.
So Garrett, he wants to know how far from the boardwalk we are. So I would say, if you remember the last campground that we stayed at with you and your brother, this one's maybe 3 minutes,
Right.
3 to 5 minutes closer maybe.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible. I don't know. I like this campground. I like being here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like the other one was so far away, but this is only like 2 minutes, a couple minutes better. But
Yeah, and this is on Route 9. The other one is over the next road further north, I guess, whatever
Right.
that is, yeah. So it's you just shoot straight out this road. I mean, we're literally like
it's Route 9.
Route 9. We go out to Route 9 and then we shoot.
No, we are on. Yeah, Route 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I just heard a phone. Do you hear a phone?
No, sweetheart.
Oh, it's the ice maker. Yeah, you go out on the Route 9 and you drive probably less than a mile, and then you're right at Rio Grande, and then you to make a right on Rio Grande, and you go under the Garden State Parkway, and you're there for like 10 minutes. Yep. See, it sounds like a telephone. Off
Okay,
up, doesn't it?
So, Tim, the weather's been great. Mid 80s.
Yeah, or cooler. And at night, it's been very cool too. It hasn't been terrible. Although tonight it's kind of sticky.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
sticky
little
tonight, a
muggy
little humid. But they said
But we had
humidity
that
was
little bit
gonna-
of rain try to come through.
Yep.
It went up north. It didn't hit us really. So I think that humidity got in the air.
Yeah. But I think it's actually supposed to get warmer and warmer
It is.
yeah, as the week goes on.
Goes on.
So, Mr. Trekkie back here with his his phone.
By the way, did everyone enjoy their meal tonight?
Yes. Yep.
So, yeah, Garrett, guess where we went for dinner?
He knows already.
Oh, you know
I was
already.
sending him pictures. He said send pictures.
We ate the same thing again, and we split it again. So.
Yeah. There's a
That was
restaurant in Wildwood called Beach Creek, and they have very good food.
Did you guys like it?
Until Mark walks in and they cut the heater on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Felt like the heater was on.
Sure did.
It was hot. Of course we ate outside, and that's something else. Every restaurant we've been at, I don't think they have indoor seating yet in New Jersey. Have you seen anybody inside restaurants yet?
No, come to think about it, no.
Yeah, because what Michelle and I ate at a diner just down the street here on Saturday morning, and everybody was eating outside. We went to Max Pizza, and that they've got everything is roped off there, so you can't go in and eat.
But you notice Gatlinburg was the same way. There was not really much eat in, except for like their shows and stuff. But the regular restaurants, a lot of
Well, we
them
did
was
eat
outside.
at Paul Dean's. That was inside.
Yeah, that was more mainstream. I think because
Yeah.
they have more top-notch people constantly cleaning the place. But your average restaurant,
Yeah. But anyway, it's.
not so much.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, so most people have been outside.
Yeah, we've been eating outside mostly.
That was
It was
good.
on the deck. It was
And,
fun.
you know, if it was like middle of July and like 105 degrees and, you know, like it was in Tennessee and 100% humidity, I would have been miserable.
Oh
But
my God.
it was a little warm today, sitting outside, but we were on the bar side waiting, and so, I was going to say Dad, Marcus, I don't know what to say. Marcus got a drink. Well, we both got a drink, and it was comfortable. The wind was blowing, and it was comfortable. And then we went to our table, and we crossed this threshold, and it was like they had turned the heaters on. And
Get
I
it
was like,
going into the oven.
Yeah,
It was-
you
it
could
was
feel it
hot.
as soon as you walked in.
Yeah, that's what
It was like 10 degrees warmer. But I guess they had like a black canopy. It was heating up.
Shelly and Dustin said 1,034. Cool.
That's all.
Oh,
You'll be
that's
at 2,000 before you know it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's
Tim,
awesome.
Tim Connor is not here, so he's happy to not be here because he would be hiding, but
Yeah.
he's at home enjoying his freedom without his parents. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully not enjoying it too much. He's being a good boy, I'm sure.
Yep. Of course, he had to work too.
Yeah, he doesn't like taking off of work.
No.
So,
Big guy. That's
He's
awesome.
like me in that regard. I understand that.
and he just he just spent almost Garrett. He almost spent $1,000 on computer parts.
Yep.
Oh,
He built
wow.
a new
He
computer.
built a new one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So he's like, "Ah, just spent $1,000. I can't take off. So he's home.
By the way, Connor is a good guy in my opinion.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.
I told him that you were looking for him, and he said, "I'll tell you." He said hi.
Thank you so much.
He still hasn't answered my text about Herbie's logo.
Oh well,
He hasn't.
I guess he's
He's
overlooking
dodging
that one.
dodging. Yeah. So I wanted to talk also some more about the boardwalk. We were up there last night. We actually from about 5:30, 6 o'clock until almost 11, and it's crowded, very very crowded. It's pretty much like an average summer evening when we were up
Yes.
It is.
there. The piers that have the rides on it, obviously Adventure Pier, which is the furthest south pier, that is pretty much closed. The roller coaster that's on it is closed. They're doing a renovation on it for this year since all this crap happened. But the other piers are open. There's only, if you've ever been to Wildwood and you go out onto the piers that have rides on them, it's very large piers and you can come and go as you please off of that pier. But now they have like checkpoints. They funnel you into this one area so they can count everybody going onto the pier and everybody coming off of the pier. And obviously there's another place there's a small exit area. So that's quite a bit different. And you don't have to wear a mask on the boardwalk. There were a lot of people that were. There were a lot of people that weren't. But as soon as you go out onto the ride pier,
Or in the shop.
or in the shops, yes, you have to put a mask on. And
Yeah.
Moray's they were very strict about it. They had a sign out front. They said that this is private property. You must wear a mask or you are not welcome.
That's right.
And they had an armed guard there as well.
Yeah, yep. So they were quite strict about it. And like I was saying before, two of my favorite attractions here were closed, and I was bummed out.
Yeah.
At least one of them I wish was open, but one was closed. It said closed because of COVID. The other ride said it was temporarily closed for that day. I don't know if it was a permanent thing, but we didn't go back up to experience the boardwalk, and I wasn't walking all the way to North Wildwood to see if that was open tonight. So it'll have to wait till next year.
Gives you
Yep.
something to do, right?
Yeah.
So Julie wants to know what our plans are for next summer. Everybody, what are our plans for next summer?
Well, you want to tell her or should I tell her?
Uh-oh, what are we doing?
We were tinkering around with part 2.
Okay.
It's just a theory thought at the time, but I think Marcus originally came up with the idea of having a part 2.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Trying another campground in Myrtle Beach.
Oh.
So we'll see.
It looks like a nice place.
Yeah. It just opened up a couple years ago.
Oh, Carolina Pines.
Carolina Pines, yeah.
I know that I would, and whether it's next year or whatever, I would like to go to Maine.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
Yes, Maine is also on my to-do list.
Yep.
And Tim, we didn't get any dessert at Beach Creek once we had dinner.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was
So we'll have to try that because I do love Heath bars. So. And to answer your question about Connor's computer specs, he's mainly into gaming. So.
I took a brief look at it. He bought a AMD, I think 3750X. I think he got 16 gig of RAM. I think he got a
Garrett-
M.2.
Garrett-
That's
no,
okay.
Garrett says he helped him build it. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. He got an M.2 SATA control SSD drive with it too, so it should be
wow.
pretty quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you say part 2 for next summer, as far as Myrtle Beach is concerned, now I noticed there were 3 campsites
Yeah.
along each other.
It's none of those.
None of
So
those.
it's none of
It's none
those?
of
There's
those.
another
And that
one.
Very
Julie
well.
was saying Ocean Lakes, and I believe that's one of the ones that's near Fireland.
You guys have been there,
You
right?
guys
Yes,
there.
several
Yes.
times.
Yeah.
Ocean Lakes.
The place that we're talking about going, if you're not familiar with it, is called Carolina Pines. It is a,
It's gorgeous.
I'm trying to think of the name of the company that the place.
Sun.
Sun
Resort.
Resorts
Yeah.
owns that, and it's a from the ground up. I think it's a new park.
Yeah.
The sites are massive in size. They are not on the beach, but they have a personal a personal bus that will take you from the property to their own private beach area, and they have their own like small boardwalk there. They have a restaurant, so if you can have the best of both worlds, you don't have to be right on the beach constantly. It's like 10 or 15 minutes from the beach, from what I understand.
Now, is it in Myrtle Beach? It is in Myrtle Beach?
It's somewhere near Myrtle Beach. Yeah,
Okay.
it's within 10 minutes of the beach.
Okay.
Now I don't. As far as where it is, one of our friends stayed there. Chuck and Marie.
Oh, well, also Ray's daughter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ray's daughter stayed there. So everybody had high regards for it that we know that has been there.
Okay.
So and there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it already, and it looks there's a huge water park that's like right there.
Oh,
That's right up your alley.
Awesome.
Water park. You like to do another water park?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, we'll look into it further, see if we can get that one together for next year.
We'll have to take Connor back with this.
That's right. Yeah, Garrett too, if he's in town.
Yeah. Nice.
Heading
Garrett
my
just
way.
loves the camp.
Oh, he does?
No.
Yeah. Heading my way says that that they love Carolina Pines.
Okay, cool.
It's near Conway, so I don't know where
Oh, okay.
Conway is.
What, you know the road we left on?
Yeah.
Conway is,
Is that 15? Something
No,
like that, 315?
what's that road that we came in on?
Don't ask me. I
355.
just drive it.
It was 355.
355? It's near Camping World. the
Yeah, it
Camping
deads
World.
end at Ocean Lakes.
We know that. We drove up there looking for that pizza.
Yeah, right?
What is anybody asking?
That's it. And Tim was saying that the AMD is nice.
Yeah, that's what I have in my computer that I use to edit the videos.
That's what he has too.
I have the 3900X. And yeah, I can do it. I may have said this before, but I can do a 20 to 30 minute vlog that has lots of transitions and music and everything and titling. It renders it down in like 3 to 5 minutes, and it's output. It's wonderful. Yep.
So Maya, have you enjoyed your camping trip? Do you like to camp?
Yeah.
Would you like to tent camp, or do you like to stay inside something nice?
Yeah, stands.
Alright.
For y'all.
I mean, you're awfully young. You really need to start out at the tent level. I don't know if you guys
Have
ever
you tent camped before?
No.
The air is not as conditioned.
Exactly. Yeah. Unless somebody spills ice out of their drink.
No.
Never mind.
Glamping. We're glamping.
Then the air's cold
Yeah,
a
this
little
is
bit.
glamping.
This is glamping Maya.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
call
this
it.
is not camping at all. The way I look at it, we're just like driving around our little apartment with us everywhere we go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Works for us.
Yeah, we did the tent camping stuff when we were younger.
For a
You did?
very
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
Uncle Sam had me do something.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear.
That's right. That was
make you
enough, right?
practice.
Yes, I have plenty of it.
But
Where were you stationed, Herbie?
several different places, including Green Bay.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
during the winter.
Very much so.
Oh,
That's probably why I have Arthur now.
I get you. Where else were you
Laying
stationed?
on the ground,
Yep.
working on tanks
Uh-huh.
in
Yeah.
the cold at 5 below. Yeah. I was in Texas, Germany for a little while, and back here. Too many years ago,
Yeah.
about 45, almost 45 years ago.
That's cool.
I turned the heat on this stupid seat. I was wondering why my butt
Was there any-
melting.
See, that's what happened when you get all this upgraded. This
I
is,
know.
you don't have this in real camping.
Yeah,
Heated
right?
seats in
This
real
seat is
camping.
burning my paint.
I'm nice and comfortable. Oh, let me cut the air conditioner because we're cold. We're
So
not
you gather more
camping.
blankets.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got some people. We went to a campground. Where was it? Was it Lancaster? Where the people brought their kids out to learn camping, and
Okay.
they actually set up in a tent. And he brought his guitar out. Remember, he was playing the guitar
Oh,
for
yes.
his family,
Mhm.
and they
That
stayed
was
out
Lancaster.
there, and they actually camp,
Mhm.
real camp, and they got along. They was just bring him and his sons together,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they got it in. And then I guess they went home during the day and showered or whatever, and in the afternoon they
Then
were
come
back
back,
out there,
That's
and
cool.
they did that all week long. And nicest guy. He was a real nice guy. We went over, and he could really play the guitar.
That's cool.
And we over there, he would play, and we sit out there and listen ourselves.
Uh-huh.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It's
That's
good to
nice.
see families still doing that.
Right.
You know, to
Right.
bring the families together.
Mm.
And he had 2 young boys out there, and I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I enjoyed watching it.
Mhm. I think we tent camped, and I don't even know if Garrett remembers it. We tent camped once in western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
What was the name of that park? It rhymed.
Say this again, where is it?
The park out near Pittsburgh.
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me try to remember this.
I always forget it, and then
Out near Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
State Park.
Oh.
it's a state park, Pennsylvania, and
It's a 2-word name. Or it's 2 syllable. One of
like Wassa Opsa or something like that, or
I don't know. But anyway, we tent camped once with Garrett. And I don't know if he remembers, he was pretty young.
Garrett tent camped with me all the time when we were dredging for gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did that a lot, and that
And I
was
think-
the end of it.
I think
for
we
me.
tent camped once with both of them. Thermont, maybe? Remember Connor
yeah.
liked climbing those rocks?
Yeah, Thermont. That was Thermont.
And that was it, just one time.
Catoctin Mountains, Cunningham Falls State Park. It's nice there.
Oh, by the way, I do remember tent camping. My brothers and I, we used to do it, but in our backyard. We did it for fun.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what we did.
I
There
think
you go.
the last place I tent camped was Lake Nockamixon.
Where's that?
It's upstate Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And after that, I learned how mosquitoes were fantastically excited about me.
Oh, yeah, they like me too. I've been bit up sitting out here one night.
Yeah.
I got 10 bites on
That's
me.
another thing about this campground, though, and I noticed it over at the other one as well, which is a couple miles down the road. The mosquitoes are relentless here,
Yes, they are.
and it's because being close to the shore and just inland, there's lots of water for the mosquitoes to breed in.
Yeah.
So there's lots of them. Michelle and I took a walk before we started the live stream tonight, and there's a lot of bats, so they're getting their fill. But
Really?
there's
Yeah.
not enough bats apparently because there are a lot of mosquitoes, and biting flies too.
thing about the mosquitoes here, though, is they bite you and that's the end of it. You go to some of these places like,
Oh yeah,
I think the
Cape
one-
Charles. Cape
Yeah, the
Charles
one in
is
Cape
real
Charles.
bad.
That mosquito had a switchblade. It was
Yeah.
nowhere where he stabbed me.
They were brutal down there.
I
They
don't
were-
remember getting bit.
don't you remember last summer? I didn't notice it so much this year, but last year in
It was a lot
August,
drier this year.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
don't have as many because the ground's not saturated.
Yeah.
we were sitting
Pools
around
of
the
water.
campfire the last couple nights. You were like, Connor was, yeah, it was bad.
summer.
Yeah, last year the ground was a lot wet.
Yeah.
If you have standing water, well,
So, but anyway, and I guess the last thing I can really say about this campground is everybody's been very friendly too that we've run into. I've read some reviews before we came to this campground, and some people said that they didn't think they were so nice here. I haven't had any issues with anybody, especially considering the circumstances.
So Tim says that he used to camp in his backyard too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they lived on a hill.
Oh,
And
wow.
he says it would slide it down the hill towards the muddy water and creek.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Connor's always threatened that he was going to have friends over and they're going to, can't pop up a tent and camp with his friends. And
Yeah, that's fine.
it never happened.
Okay. It's a lot of fun.
They did sleep. Marcus built a fort for Garrett, and Connor used it, when they were younger.
Yeah.
And they
okay.
would have friends spend the night and stay in the fort.
Oh,
And I
that
think
is
Connor
nice.
had some friends spend the night, and they went to stay in the fort.
Oh wow.
And yeah, they were like, we want to be inside. Garrett's friends were cool. I think Connor's friends were like, let's go inside with the video games and the air conditioning.
All right, so I was totally off on the name of that state park. I had to look it up. It's Ohiopyle.
That's it. I told you.
Ohiopyle
It
State
kind of
Park.
rhymed,
Oh,
and it was 2
wow.
words.
Okay.
Now, the neat thing about Ohiopyle State Park, they think they have some level 3 rapids that you can like rent or like get tours and go down with tourists on the rapids. But they also have, and this is the big attraction, there is a water slide down the mountain. It's a natural water slide.
Oh,
Oh,
And
Get
wow.
it's
outta
down
here.
the granite. It is pretty awesome. We did
Imagine
it.
that.
A
And,
natural water slide. That's
yeah.
pretty neat.
The rock has been like carved out from the water, and it's super smooth. And you go to the top, and then you kind of like, it's like a pinball going down, but it's neat because
You
it's
land in a pool of water.
yeah, you land in a pool of water.
Of course, you know me with my luck. I'll find the one jagged edge.
Right,
That's
right.
Rip a hole in my sweat in my swimwear and let it all hang out, baby.
That's right.
Have you done it, Michelle?
I did. We did it when we went. I was a
Fun?
little nervous,
Yeah.
but it was good.
Oh, very good.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
So, things don't
Would you do it now?
act the way they used to.
No.
Yeah, I would do it again.
You would?
Well then, if that's the case, before we leave tomorrow.
I'm not doing the slingshot.
Oh my.
Herbie's been trying to get us
Slingshot.
to do the slingshot on
Would
the
you
boardwalk.
really do it?
Yeah, if somebody y'all would go with me. Yes.
Your granddaughter with you.
Don't subject her to that. That is torture. That is not excitement.
I don't believe you would do it. Would you, Maya?
No. She's
Yeah.
got sense. Way too much sense for that.
It's fun.
I'd rather have a couple of teeth pulled than get on that thing.
Yes.
It's like bungee cording.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that either. Or the bungee jump?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
jumped
no.
off a bridge
You see
one
what Garrett,
time.
Garrett
I
said he
base
still has
jump.
nightmares. Garrett says he still has nightmares about that water slide.
Why? It was fun.
I thought it was
That's
fun.
horrible.
But he was little. He had to be like 5, wasn't he?
Oh,
Because Connor
God.
didn't go, and I'm pretty sure we had Connor.
I don't
Or was
remember.
Garrett
How
older?
many years apart are the two?
About 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Garrett's got to come back and get the Zuzu running. Because it looks like that's the only way it's going to get running.
Oh, I know that's
That's true.
He hasn't done anything about it.
I will order the transmission this week.
Or not. He did do one thing about it. He called our neighbor who's a mechanic, who has a
Okay.
who has a shop, to say, hey, can I have this delivered to you? And he said, sure.
Right.
Oh,
And that's where he's left it.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh well. Put him.
Oh, well.
I was looking for
I
some
need
videos
to
of
have
it.
that vehicle, though, because I need to drive it in the winter, because I don't want to drive that Chevy in the winter
Understood.
because of the salt.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was going to ask you why. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no
I don't
point
drive
getting
the
it
Jag
rusty.
in the winter
I
either.
know.
Oh, I was.
Because of salt.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get rid of the Nissan?
Oh,
did.
yes.
I thought
Yes.
I told you
Oh,
they
you
sold
did tell
it.
me. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I forgot.
Yeah, can you believe that? They wanted it.
Awesome.
You know,
That's
I thought,
great.
I'll just see if what they would offer us. And they offered us what we wanted, and then I called back and I was like, can Can you give me some
I'm
more?
probably gonna screw it.
And
Yeah.
give me some more.
Of course. At least
I'm
you
showing
can
them the
try.
water slide from
At
Ohio
least
Pile.
it's like, worth a
That's
try.
what I said.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the water slide.
Oh my goodness.
My.
Oh, I just screwed everything up now. I probably screwed up our
Look at that. Oh, wow.
Oh no.
I would do that.
Would you do
would.
it? Mary?
Yes.
I wouldn't do it. No.
I would.
No.
I don't remember it being a long slide.
It was pretty far.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just need to
Casey,
turn it
I
over
do
in
like
my
having
head.
cocktails as well,
Yeah.
but I'm too lazy to make
That's
them.
neat.
And if he doesn't make it,
That's
then
neat.
it doesn't generally get done.
What?
Casey and I like cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a natural water slide.
Natural water slide, yep.
That's nice.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought that park was named, it was an Indian name.
I
American
always
Indian.
think it
But-
has something to do with Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh.
Well, you're close. Ohio.
Ohio.
P. Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right.
But it's a nice park.
It looks like it.
But I don't know if they take,
We couldn't. I don't think we could do it.
because
No.
we tent camp, so I don't know if they do rooms.
Yeah. No, they do, but they like 30 foot and under. Because I wanted to go out there, but I don't think we can do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about having a larger fifth wheel or a larger camper in general. So, there are some state parks and stuff that are just off limits. Can't do it.
Well, that's because when they were designed,
Yeah.
these were not in mind. So.
Pirate Land.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna rag on Pirate Land for a while.
No, I
A lot of
think
people like Pirate.
No, Pirate Land was fine.
Pirate Land was fine. I think
Yeah.
the problem is that they squeezed too many in after they seen how good it was getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem.
Because I don't think, if I remember correctly, they had that many sites at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, they sure do squeeze you in there. Because we were looking at our neighbor here.
That was
And
one
I
of
was
the
like-
comments on my blog.
Oh, yeah?
One guy says, "Boy, y'all look like sardines
Uh-huh.
in there."
Yeah. Yeah.
And this, it was twice or three times as much room here than Pirate Land.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yep. Oh, and that's another thing about this campground: how much they care about the appearance of this place. After you leave, they actually pick up
That's true, Tim.
the fire rings. They clean up the ash and anything that's in the fire ring and turn the fire ring on its side, and then, you know, obviously they're cleaning up the site too. It's like a maid service coming in at a hotel,
Right.
and cleaning up the
And
site.
cleaning up. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. I haven't seen that
Hmm.
anywhere else that we've been.
Yeah. So I'm coming back here.
Yep.
I already picked out my site for next time.
Yep.
P28.
P28. It's
Sounds like bingo, doesn't it? P28.
It's right over there.
Where might that be?
Yeah.
It's right on the corner.
Okay.
There was a humongous toy hauler in there the past couple days.
Really?
Yeah, they came in and they had trouble getting into the site, and I don't understand why. Because this road goes like this, and then the site is off at like not even a 45-degree angle. So all you have to do is come back and then just back it right in, almost straight back in. But somebody had some problems. They ran over the flowers over there and crushed the flowers. I was like, oh no.
Well, some people are better
We
drivers
can't
than
have
others.
nice things.
But that particular site over there, it looks like it's probably 80 feet long.
Really?
Yeah, it's big. And there's nothing behind it. There's just woods
Oh, wow.
behind it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And
Maybe remember the
mosquitoes.
guy?
More
the,
mosquitoes.
the
Today,
guy, the guy
yeah.
today was
With
having
fifth
trouble
wheel,
getting,
he
taking
had a
like
hard
25 minutes to
time.
get in. Yeah.
He had a real hard time.
Where was this at?
Right across from us.
Yeah. Well, no, not across, but 2 sites from you.
Oh, right, because
Yeah.
they're closer than. Yeah.
On our road here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
He had a hard time.
He was working at it a long time.
Was it a smaller site?
I couldn't really see this. I didn't. You know, he's under enough pressure for somebody.
That's right.
He had enough people coming out there watching.
I was getting ready to say,
I'll
you didn't
tell
go out
you,
there and say, hey.
Folks, if you see somebody having trouble, it's all right to ask, but don't gawk at them because
Yeah.
you make them more nervous.
That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for you people that are RVing, that is a thing. Everybody loves to go out and try to help people and try to tell them how to get into their site.
And a lot of times, like the husband and wife will have a
System.
system, and we were just camping with our neighbors, and the sites were a little tight. The entranceway was tight to turn into,
Yeah.
and for some reason the camp people came with them, and they were like, "Well, we'll help back you in," and they struggled a bit, and our neighbor was not happy because she's like, "I have a system. He
Yeah.
knows how to
yeah.
what I tell him what to do," and
Yeah.
he was like listening to two guys say, "Okay,
Yeah.
do this and then do that,"
Yeah,
and he was like,
that's
"Ah!"
the worst thing.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
confuse people and you make a situation that doesn't have to be bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Ramblin' Pines.
That's
We'll have
right.
a vlog out about that soon.
That was a nice place.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Easy to get to for us.
For us, yeah, it was like
Half hour.
a half hour, even from
Well,
our storage
45
lot.
minutes.
the storage lot. Yeah. Yeah, so we're all here. This is our last night in Wildwood,
Yeah.
and then we're all leaving tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And
There's one guy though here. He's a little grumpy. I talked to him. He's a little grumpy.
a worker.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think that's his disposition.
Yeah.
He's just a grumpy person. Because he came out the first day we were here,
No.
and he was just shaking his head. I'm like, okay, what did we do?
Right.
But I get it now. He's just that way. So.
What you don't know is when you were in the motorhome, he came by and said to me, "Are you guys okay?"
I know.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's just a grumpy guy.
Right.
Sorry, I thought I was getting in trouble today after we came back from the boardwalk.
Why?
So do you know the gentleman who checks people in at in that little he works in that little house?
Yes.
Yeah, he was talking to you.
What was that about, Michelle?
So earlier today when we were going to Stone Harbor, he likes to backseat drive.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh.
I had the directions put on my GPS, and I have my blinker on, and I'm getting ready to go. And I go, and he's like, and I turn, and he goes, "Oh, you're going this way?" Yes, this is what the GPS told me to do. And he was just like, "Oh, I wouldn't go this way. I would go that way."
No, wait a minute. No, that's not what it was about. We had to come back
Oh,
to the
from
camper.
He's like, "Well, if you're
Me
going to
and Maya
go
got a
this way,
story.
if you're going to go this way, then you're going to get on the toll road, and you need coins. Do you have
Yeah,
coins?" I
with the
said, "No, I don't
coins.
have coins. They're all back at the camper, so we had to turn around." Well,
Oh boy.
I don't feel like driving forever to go find a street and turn around, so I just said,
She did a Yui
Oh,
right in the middle of
no.
Route 9.
and I forget
Cars flying
that I
both
got
directions.
a huge truck, and I was like, "Oh, I can make this." I guess it's illegal and frowned upon, I'm sure. So I'm
I
sorry.
almost had a heart attack.
But I did it anyway. So I and then I pulled off to the side of the road and let the cars go by. I didn't slow anyone down. So then, anyway, we went and did our thing, and then came back, and the gentleman said, "Hey, did someone in this truck do a U-turn earlier today?" And I was just like, and I looked at him, and I'm
Michelle's
like contemplating, am I going to jail? Is he calling the police? What's happening? And I'm like, just tell the truth. Truth is the best policy.
That's right.
I said, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I sure did.
Oh my.
And he said, that was me. I was on my way to work, and you did a Yui right in front of me. And I was like, but I had plenty of time.
I was wondering what that was about because I heard the
Yeah.
laughter and.
And he's like, I knew it was your truck because I remember the license plate number.
Oh!
He probably has one of his memories, and just.
Yes!
And of course, he's probably like Maryland.
Right.
Right.
They drive like crazy. So yeah, that was that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
Wow.
what that was about.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, at least you don't pull out of somewhere and drive like a bat out of H, and you think the person knows where they're going because they just drive, they just get it, going down the road, 67 miles an hour going down the road, till you realize they're going in the wrong direction.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Who did that, Maya?
Every time we leave somewhere, just get in there. I said, you just drive.
I had-
just drive.
Everyone get out of my way.
Just drive. Where you going?
Yeah, but
The
this,
campground
I'm saying, Herbie, do you know where we're going? No. Oh my God.
I have a Wildwood story for you that my parents passed down to me. They told me one time it was my mom and my dad and my grandmother, and they had just left Wildwood, New Jersey. The vacation was over. They got on the highway and they were booking, and it was about 3.5 hours into the drive, 4 hours, and they're like, "Man, we're making good time." And then the next thing they see is a sign that says New York City.
Oh my
This And that kind of reminded me of that.
What? New York City.
New York City.
They were just driving, huh?
Yeah, we're making good time, I guess, because they were on a highway that they had never been on before.
Oh, that's funny. Wow.
Good time to go somewhere they didn't know.
Yep.
Wow.
Maybe you always do that to me, though. I'm driving and you're like,
You don't give a person time to tell you
You
where you're
just sit
going.
there-
You just get in the
you
car,
just sit there
start
and
the
let me
car,
drive.
go.
Go on.
No, she's either right or wrong.
But you know, actually coming back from Stone Harbor today, the GPS in her truck,
Yeah, it doesn't like this address.
it does not like this address.
I had that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have that
I
same
had-
problem?
Not now, but in the past,
have
my
it
other
before.
RV had a built-in GPS, and certain addresses it did not like. I don't know why.
This one, it keeps trying to put us down to Cape May, and when we came back from Stone Harbor, we were taking the Garden State Parkway, and I'm like looking at my phone, and I'm kind of dozing off, and the next thing I know, I see Parkway ends, and I'm like, well, that's
I'm
weird.
just like,
That's weird, because
Driving and
I don't
driving.
remember the Parkway ending in Wildwood, you know, at the Wildwood exit, and
I
her
thought I was
GPS is
making good
taking her
time,
there.
You felt
Just
so
making
bad.
good time. And so anyway, and lo and behold, we were down at the tip of New Jersey, and so we had to come all the way back, and we had to take all the back roads.
I think it was
That's crazy.
Massey's Landing that my other GPS did not like.
Yeah,
it would
that's
always
right.
I
stop
have to
me.
remember that Massey's Landing.
It would always stop me maybe a mile before we get there and says you have arrived.
Oh.
Arrived, yes.
I changed the address. I did everything.
Yeah, right.
And every time we would go, it'd do the same thing.
Tim says that he had a friend who put Ocean in for Ocean City, and it took them to Ocean, New Jersey, which is near New York.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The town is Ocean City
Right.
in Maryland, so
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, put it on.
Were they trying to get to Ocean City, Maryland, or
Yeah.
Ocean City, New Jersey?
Oh, could be Ocean City, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find a lot of New Jersey people come to Maryland.
They do. And Maryland people come up to
Yeah,
Jersey.
that's crazy.
And lots of PA people come to Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is true. What do you think about the closeness too?
Yeah.
So Tim, in Stone Harbor, really all we did was walk.
Yeah.
We drove around and looked at. Oh my gosh, the houses up there are gorgeous, beautiful houses.
Got some really good footage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we parked and then just walked, and I probably went in 2 or 3 shops. But I don't know. I don't like wearing the mask thing, and it's just so hot. So I didn't buy anything.
She was accosted by one of the vendors there too. The guy grabbed her and dragged her into
Not
the
really.
store.
Not really. I just can't say no. So.
He was trying to sell her some kind of makeup
Cream
cream.
to take away my blemishes.
You were telling me about that. You were telling me about that earlier, Michelle.
See, you have the youth of my age. You wouldn't have that. to
I
worry
know.
about.
Well, I don't have that anymore.
Was it a temporary takeaway?
Yes.
Very temporary.
Yeah, he put cream on my eye and he said, look how much better. Well, he didn't say it that way. He was like, look, your other eye's gross. You know, with all the wrinkles. I said, I'm old. You're supposed to have wrinkles. Anyway, but the one eye looked really smooth, and then the other eye, it looked horrible in the mirror. I mean, it looked like I was 80. And I was just like, I don't remember my eye looking that bad. I think it was a trick camera.
Yeah.
I mean, a trick mirror.
The mirror.
Because I left and I said, Marcus, look, do they look different? And he's like, no. And then we get back here and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I mean, it's a little bit of a crow's foot, but it didn't look like it did in that mirror. And they both look the same, so I did not spend any money on their stuff, and I recommend nobody that does.
It must have been their mirror.
What? That was
One of them
crazy
Harry
stuff.
Potter magical
Yes,
mirrors.
yes.
Yeah.
Half your face looked young, half the
Oh,
face was like,
right.
So yeah, that was my experience today in Stone Harbor.
Wow.
But yeah, it was good. I'd like to go back.
Yeah, there's lots of different shops that you could go into, lots of restaurants, and the beach up there. You know what? We didn't walk to the beach. We were going to walk to the beach. We forgot.
gosh.
What's wrong?
So D. Nick says that a couple weeks ago they rode the bikes from Baltimore to Wildwood
Mm.
just to get lunch. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Motorcycles, probably.
Oh, just to
Not
get lunch
bicycles.
at the hot spot. Are
Oh,
you kidding
really?
me?
You went to the hot spot?
Oh my gosh. I mean, the hot spot is just like a.
It's good.
I mean, it's just it's,
But that's a good ride. It's a good bike ride.
I guess so. That's a long bike ride
Yeah.
for the hot spot.
Now are we talking about motorbikes?
Oh, I thought they meant a real
Ask
like a
them.
pedal bicycle.
Well, yeah, ask them. Is that you're talking about a motorcycle, right?
And Tim said it was Ocean City, New Jersey, not Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they were going that way and they went that way, that's crazy. That's quite a distance.
Yeah.
Ocean City is probably about an hour.
New Jersey?
Yeah, Ocean City, New Jersey, I think is probably about 2 hours from New York City, I think. So that's not too bad.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway. So is everybody gearing up for fall and getting the kids off to school and
That's funny.
well, Maya's going to school.
Oh, you're going to school?
She's going 3 days a week? 2 days. Did you
2
forget?
days.
2? Okay. So 2 days in and 3 days home. So it's something. At least you're getting to go. My boy Connor, he's got to sit at home every day.
I would like to do
Would you like to do that? Well, Pennsylvania has that is it called cyber school that Pennsylvania
They
has?
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could do their curriculum. You know, you wouldn't have to go get homeschool curriculum. You can do the state's curriculum
Right.
and just do this online
I
stuff.
didn't think you were actually going back to school, Maya.
Yeah, it's 3 days a week.
Really?
That's what Fayana said.
When did they rule that? Because the last time I heard,
That was about
Governor Wolf said that they were
about
going to do.
3 weeks ago, and he was
virtual.
all right with that.
Oh.
What the reason why is they're going to rotate the kids in the class.
Oh, I see.
So they're
Okay.
gonna have some for 2 days, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna clean on Wednesday, and then
Yeah.
the other
Got
group
it.
Yeah.
on Thursday and Friday, which
They're
I thought
rotating it.
our schools were gonna do. I mean, especially Carroll County. I mean, we're not very populated. You know, it's not
Right,
like
right.
Philadelphia.
Right.
No, everyone's staying home.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I think they had to bend a little bit because you had parents out there protesting
Oh, yeah.
schools being closed like
Yeah.
that. So
Really, really
Sure.
bad.
Everybody's got their own situations to deal with all that. So.
yeah, I mean, who's going to raise their kids if the teachers aren't doing it?
Hey, that's it.
Hey, I homeschooled. I don't know what to tell you. And Garrett just is so happy that he was homeschooled, aren't you, Garrett? He's probably going.
You raised your children? What? Ooh, bad word.
For a little while, not the whole time.
Kudos to you.
Nice.
So it's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
So, you were talking about the fall, Michelle. One of the
Casey, I agree 100%.
What?
Kids are going to school until after the election. I think they're going to stay home from school until after the election.
Well, that's what they said in Maryland. I mean, in October they're going to reevaluate, but
Yeah.
then it'll be
That's
after
what
the
I
election.
heard.
So D. Nick said they look at the hot spot on the cameras every day. You know, the
Yeah.
Wildwood Boardwalk camera.
Mm-hmm.
He says he looks at it every day, and they said, "Let's just go."
That's awesome. And you know what? I have been looking
And
at that
it's a
same.
motorcycle.
I've been looking
Okay.
at that same exact webcam, and it'll be in the Wildwood vlog that we shot while we were up here. Because I was like, there it is, because I was looking for it. But anyway. What I was going to say is, you were talking about the fall, Michelle. Someone was asking us if we were going to be going to Field of Screams, but I don't know if they're open. If they are going to be open, we'll probably
I
go.
don't think they're open.
Hmm?
I don't think they're open.
Yeah, I haven't looked. But the way
But
things
one
are,
will be open.
I can't
Yeah, I
imagine.
think so.
Yeah, that they would be. But we'll see. And if not, we're just gonna have to wait till next year.
So Garrett said Orange County schools are talking about going back soon. Are Orange County schools in LA open, Garrett? Are they already doing school? It is the end of August.
They would be in school, I think, out there.
Because Miss Tama, who I work with, we're really close to the Pennsylvania line, and she lives on the Pennsylvania side, and my work is like 2 streets in Maryland. So she lives in Pennsylvania, and her children are in, I guess it's Adams County. So Adams County.
No, it's York County.
York County. Yeah, they're doing like Maya's kids' class is doing. So they're in 2 days, and then home 3,
Okay.
and they're already in school.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we don't go back until after
Yeah,
Labor Day.
I think the governor just bent to that.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's
With the constituents.
Well, I think a lot of fall activities are going to be all screwed up
Oh,
now.
for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
well. Let's just hope.
I look forward to the haunt season so much, and
Yeah.
it's no Halloween Horror Nights, no local haunts, no haunts here.
Yeah.
I didn't get my fix.
I know.
Yeah.
I know LaSalle.
Well, we can ride back to Pigeon Forge and
That's right.
Yeah.
and get chased by zombies.
Zombies, yeah. That'll be in an upcoming vlog very soon.
Getting chased by zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, if you saw the vlog from today on our channel, that was the end of the Pirate Land part of our trip, and now we move on to western North Carolina, and then Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge area and the Great Smoky Mountains. So I think, I haven't looked at everything, but I think I have a lot more content from Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge than I did from Myrtle Beach. We had
more.
Yeah, we had a good time in Myrtle Beach, but there just wasn't a whole lot to do. I think a lot of us.
Basically, all of us in all our channels is the same thing: the golf cart ride.
Golf cart rides,
Golf cart.
exactly.
Golf cart.
We were all just a little bit worried about going in there because there was such a rise in the COVID cases.
Well, and that's all the
in
news
Myrtle
was
Beach.
talking about
Yeah.
is Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach.
Stay away from Myrtle Beach. If you've been to Myrtle Beach, you're going to die for sure. But anyway,
Instant quarantine.
instant
Myrtle Beach.
quarantine. Yep.
Yeah, that is true, because I told Herbie I almost considered not coming
Uh-huh.
or going back.
Yeah,
I was
we
nervous.
We were
I
nervous
was
about
nervous.
it for sure.
And I'm not really nervous about all of this. I don't know. I'm nervous for other people who, I want to protect other people, but for
Okay.
myself, I'm not nervous.
Okay.
I think the key with us is we pretty much stayed together as a group.
Exactly.
We didn't go in a bunch of stores.
Right.
And we definitely didn't go in a lot of the highlighted areas
Right.
outside of riding in the golf cart.
Yeah, right.
Exactly
But
right.
we didn't go into a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of stuff in Myrtle Beach Central that I'd love to go to, and I just passed it up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Like the
Garrett,
zombie
Garrett
place
said
that wanted to eat your brains out.
the drive-through haunts are the big thing, and I've heard about the
Oh
drive-through
yeah,
haunts.
that's right.
I
Yeah.
don't know how they're going to work that with spacing cars and
All right, let
these
me-
cars are going to stop.
Let me pose this to you, okay? A lot of people. I've been doing haunts since I was 6 years old. My parents took me through my first haunt, and I was hooked. I loved them. They don't scare me, but I have seen so many people get absolutely terrified
Yes.
in haunted houses.
Yes.
If you're in a car and you're driving, what is the instinct going to be? Floor it, and it's going to be bad.
That's true.
People are going to get hurt.
Mhm.
Because I mean, if something comes up to your window, and I could just see, and this is probably I shouldn't be stereotyping like this, but there's going to be a young girl behind the wheel, and she's going to have her window down, and somebody's going to jump in it, and she's going to hit that pedal, screaming her head off. I can just see the back of the car doing this, swerving down the dirt road, slams into a tree or slams into the car in front of her. Maybe not.
Bad.
I'm bad.
So D-Nick asked what, and we did mention this earlier in the vlog. He wants to know what's going on with the transmission.
The transmission is sitting in Garrett's storage locker, my old transmission. When we took it out of the Isuzu, Garrett couldn't wait to take it apart. So we ripped it apart, and in the fourth gear selection part of the transmission, this is getting a little technical, but the 4L30E transmission used to be a 3-speed transmission. GM modified it and they bolted on a fourth clutch section to make it a 4-gear transmission. So because they did that, they had to add a second oil pan to the transmission. So the transmission actually has 2 oil pans on it. But anyway, where I'm getting at, when we took the fourth clutch transmission pan off, there was a thrust washer that was snapped in half sitting in the oil pan. And that's a common problem with these transmissions. The washer is made out of plastic. And if the transmission overheats, they have a tendency, and age as well, they'll just break. And when they break, they fall into the transmission pan. Now that will not stop the transmission from working, but over time, the clearance between the oil pump and the center support, I believe, of the transmission there's space there. So then they ride together and bounce off of each other, and then it wears into the oil pump, and eventually there's too much clearance, and I think it can cause some issues, maybe some pressure issues. So the transmission wasn't getting enough pressure to grab the clutch packs together. We don't know, but as we dug deeper into the transmission and we looked at the second clutch pack, Garrett and I were arguing over this. I think that the material looked okay. I think the transmission should have been functioning properly. It should not have been slipping the way it was. The material had turned darker, but I don't remember what color it was, I can't say that because I did not rebuild that transmission, somebody else did, so it may have been the dark brown black color, the material on there, but the clutch packs themselves were not burned off, and it wasn't metal showing, like it was in Garrett's transmission when we rebuilt his. So again, I don't know, but that transmission's sitting in the locker now. I've decided we're going to do the ASIN transmission, which is not stock for this truck. So Garrett is making a module that will allow it to shift properly with the electronics. It will bolt up. It bolts right up. We just have to do a couple modifications. We should be able to, based on some things I've read, once this is all put together, get another 2 to 3 miles per gallon out of the truck. And this transmission is supposed to be bulletproof. So hopefully that's the case, and I'll be able to put maybe 300,000 or 400,000 miles on it.
Bottom line, he ain't done anything.
Oh, I thought he saw the earlier part, but anyway, yeah. Nothing's done yet.
It's out, but he hasn't done anything to get the new one.
And I shot a lot of video of us working on it,
because of Garrett.
but I have not posted that. I will post that at some point in time. I kind of wanted to do it all together, getting the new transmission, doing what I need to do to make that work, and then putting it back in, and then starting it up and see if it works. But yeah.
He's going to do that when we get home tomorrow. He's going to order it.
I will order it, yes. There are 2 transmissions sitting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or close to Pittsburgh, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. If that's in Western, no, I don't know. It's somewhere near Pittsburgh. That's east, isn't it?
Yeah, that's near Lancaster.
This is Stewartsville. I don't know. They all sound the same up in Pennsylvania. All this towns.
Stewartstown.
It's coming from Pittsburgh. They have 2 transmissions there. One has 55,000 miles on it. One has 61. So I'm going to pick one of those and have it delivered, and then we'll go from there.
It's going to be my car to drive in the winter. That's my.
I'm going to drive you to
Oh,
work.
he's going to drive me to work.
Drive you to work.
So anyway, yep. That's what's going on.
Yep. Yeah. So.
You guys doing anything else camping wise for early fall, September? Any
Yeah.
Halloween things?
We invited you guys to Massey's Landing.
That's what
so
Marcus had said something about that.
We're going to be doing that.
When is that? Is there a...
Not a set date yet,
Okay.
but it's going to be soon. And obviously we want to do Sunset Beach one more time, if they have the Halloween one.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about that. That's right.
So
we have a lot of things kind of stirring around in our heads about trips. One of which would be Uwharrie National Forest, North Carolina. If that's still going on, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
My trooper will not be ready for that trip, likely. But and then Michelle and I have been toying with the idea, of going to Florida
Oh, yes, we have. Yes.
in the fall, not the winter, in the fall. But I don't know.
I would have to sit and wait and see how clear that gets.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just so tempting. If the parks are empty.
They're empty and they're
Empty.
cheap for what it is.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the
Why
only thing.
not? He doesn't have any work that he has to go to.
And you get what you pay for, though.
That's true. We don't know what the experience will be like down there.
But I won't have to wait in lines.
Yeah, well, you won't have to wait in lines anyway if they don't have nothing running.
Well, that's true.
Well, that was one of the things I told her about. We have to make sure, because I don't want the experience
I
to
said
be
you
like
get what you pay for.
going up
true.
on the boardwalk, like
Right.
arriving. It's like Wally World.
Yeah, well, you know,
Sorry, folks. Get to go down to Florida. Sorry, folks. The park's closed.
Yeah.
That's my worst Mickey interpretation.
That's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, Garrett's supposed to come back in November, so I guess that's when the transmission will go in. So,
November.
yeah, that's the plan, as far as I know.
Does anybody
Sounds
have
good.
questions?
No, Tim just says he's been watching the vlogs on how empty the Disney parks are
Yeah.
and cheap.
It is very, very tempting. But, on the other hand, we have been to so many parks in Florida that, we've done it all a gazillion times.
I gotta do Universal.
Yeah.
I am dying to do that. It's on my bucket list. Never been.
Universal's great. It really is. It's a lot of fun. There's probably some Disney fans out there that get mad at me, but I kind of like Universal more than Disney.
You're allowed to have your own opinion.
Yeah. That's all right. There's some hardcore fans on both sides. I mean, Disney holds a special place in my heart, but Universal, it's just, I guess as you get older, it's a more mature park.
Man, I said that to the two people sitting on my couch in my bed. They might get mad with you.
Yeah, they would. Are you not knowing who's sitting there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
My two hitchhikers.
You're hitchhikers, that's right. But yeah, Universal is very good. Lots of dark rides, which I like. But right now they have 7 rides closed at Universal. I think 7 or 10 of the rides are shut down right now. Yeah, and I think it's because of staffing.
But they had the dinosaur ride open in Gatlinburg.
Oh, did
Oh,
they?
yeah, they did.
What was up with that ride?
I saw the crowd.
Yeah,
It was crowded.
Yeah.
very much
That
so.
ride is dumb.
Oh, it's classic. It's like a
A corny Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
very corny.
So, Tim, since you're still here, what was the name of that ice cream place you told me to go to while I was here? And I don't know if it was in Wildwood or Cape May. But you had said to try a certain ice cream place, and I mentioned it to Marcus, but I couldn't remember the name of it. So. Anything else?
No, I was just waiting for him to answer you. See if I've ever been there before.
I was right.
Is
I
it-
was right.
It was Seashells?
I told him that was the name of it, and he said, "That's not it."
I've been there
Wow.
before. Yep.
So he was wrong earlier today, and I was right. So we're getting really close.
Go ahead, admit it. Say it. I gotta hear you say it.
I thought it. Well, I didn't.
He won't.
I don't know.
I was wrong.
No, he wouldn't say that. Yeah, I saw that when we were riding up Rio Grande. I said, I think it's Seashells. What it was.
And when we saw it the first time, we were like, "Oh my gosh, they're closed. They're out of business." It looked that way.
They just opened later.
Yeah, it was open late, and then later in the day, they had a long
Yeah,
line.
it's
Long
sad,
line.
Casey. He can't do it. Those words will never.
What? That I was wrong? I don't even remember what the argument was about. No, you said You said I don't know what the name of the ice cream place is. Maybe
And I
it
said
was
I
that.
think it's Seashell, and you were like, no.
Well, I don't even remember him saying something
Well,
about
I
the
do.
ice cream place, so
I do.
I didn't even know.
All right, well, we'll hit it next year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've been there before, so and I think you have too. I
I've
think
never been there.
you went there with your sister when they came up here with the
No.
kids. All right, well,
No.
Oh wow.
they were.
I do remember them being here, but we didn't go there because none of us had. Well, that's not true. We had a car. I guess they had a car too.
Yeah,
They
they
got
did.
here, so whatever.
Maybe they were the ones that went there. We didn't go with them. I don't know.
I'm not going there now, Tim. I did have a Coors ice cream after dinner,
Yes.
so I'm done. We're done.
Back on the diet tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
night.
Tomorrow night, Tuesday.
Tomorrow-ish.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Back on the diet.
Oh gosh. So, anyhow,
But yeah, overall, good trip here.
yeah.
Just a little disappointed at the stuff that wasn't available. But that's
Yeah.
it.
It's to be expected. When
Are
anything goes
you gonna
wrong,
come back next year?
go ahead.
Are you interested in it?
Well, of course. Well, you know, I love it down here. I've had a ball. I really like seeing people on that boardwalk. It just never stops
yes.
enthusing me how
Oh,
people
yeah.
are.
I'm gonna tell
That
you,
is fun.
I was impressed because I haven't been to Wildwood in probably over 10 years, and the last time I was there, I said I wouldn't go back.
Oh, really?
It
Yeah.
had sort of gone down, you
Mhm.
know. So I think it's still better.
It's
Okay.
a
doing
lot
better.
better now.
Yeah. Wildwood had a moment in time where it was starting to slip. But thank
Oh,
goodness
yes.
the community and the Chamber of Commerce really
Mhm.
said, hey, we need to go in this direction with Wildwood and
Yeah.
pick it up. Because it was getting pretty bad there for a while.
It
Starting
was.
to.
That's what
But
I said.
and I think was at the time my sister came because
Probably.
my sister was like, yeah, I don't. So my sister is 5 years older than me, and had always gone to Ocean City, Maryland. And then she moved out to the West Coast, and they don't have in Washington State. She lives out near. I
Now
don't
be
know.
careful what you say, Casey Carr's here.
I know. I'm thinking about him. She lives
They don't have real beaches.
in Washington State, and I mean they don't have like the shores, the towns, the beach towns.
I don't know.
I think
I've never been
California might, but I don't think Washington does it. My sister says they don't. So she comes back East Coast and brings her kids so they can experience it, you know, the beach towns. And I talked her into coming to Wildwood one year because she's always does Ocean City, Maryland. And I talked her into Wildwood, and she was just like, "That's a little trashy." Or she's like, she didn't like it. She thought it was more dirty.
Mhm.
And I think it was during that time.
Time
maybe
that was on
falling.
the downhill,
I said I wasn't
yeah.
coming
So
back.
she came at a bad time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I've always liked it here. I've always liked it here more than Ocean City. So
but that was probably the last time I was there too.
It's always been my go-to vacation ever since I was little.
Well, it's gotten better. Than, I know what you're talking about, Michelle, when it was in that downhill
Oh my
slope.
God, yeah, it has
Well,
definitely
it's
gotten
much
better. I'm
better.
telling
Yeah.
you.
Much better.
We used to go there all the time as children as well. We liked it, but that last time I was here, I'm telling you,
It does.
but it has improved.
Wildwood doesn't have the, to me at least, doesn't have the same feel that it did when we were younger. Though
No,
there were so many attractions on the
so
boardwalk,
many.
and now
Yes.
there's like there's
Yeah.
not quite as many. And you know there were,
Well, you know why? It's because they've taken over everything with the digital age,
yeah,
and youth are finding there more entertainment through the games and everything else, and they don't have that desire to go out like we did to go visually enjoy the effects. It's just like why movie theaters are the way they are.
Yeah.
They were on the down climb forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this pandemic only just put them off the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Because of everything that was going on, because a lot of people don't have that
Stream.
same,
Just
they got
went
other
stream.
avenues to travel to get their entertainment.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Where to us, you didn't have no other avenues, especially if you were poor.
Yeah.
Coming to Wildwood or something like that
was the place to go.
was the place. Yeah,
And,
and they had more to offer you because you didn't have the other type of visual entertainment to enjoy.
and that was one of the things about Wildwood too, is that it was extremely affordable.
Oh yes.
The rides were cheap, the food was cheap. Now that it's caught up with every place else, I think, as far as costs go now. But it was. We were talking about it tonight. You on the boardwalk, you could get at the Snow White's. At least when I was younger, 2 hot dogs with sauerkraut for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yep, and
Yep.
I'm
So-
showing my age now.
You have John here says hello from New Jersey.
Hello, John.
Springfield, New Jersey. Anybody know where Springfield, New Jersey
That's
is?
where the Simpsons live.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not familiar.
So hi, John.
Hello, John.
Thanks for stopping by, John. Appreciate it. So where's Springfield?
Yeah,
In relation to where we are right now.
compared to Wildwood. And Casey, the last time I checked, Seattle is not a beach town. I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't
Seattle's a
been to
beach town.
Seattle. Well, I mean, I kind of went to Seattle 4 years ago. But before that, it was probably 15 years ago. And I didn't see much water in Seattle as far as like beach. Yeah, I don't think so. But maybe you know more because you're a West Coast guy, so maybe you know, and I don't.
What's he say? Isn't a beach town. He's saying isn't a beach town.
No, isn't Seattle a beach town?
Oh.
Question mark.
Sorry. I can't see. My contacts are not working well.
And Tim said that Wildwood has been coming up for years. Property cost much more than it did 20 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Garrett is very anxious to buy something here.
Yep.
He wants a vacation. I mean, you know how you are when you're young. You got all kinds of dreams.
Oh yeah.
So he wants to buy a house in Maryland, a house in California, a vacation house in New Jersey. Yeah.
Real estate land.
Good for
Real
him.
estate's it.
When we were first dating, you could get a very, very nice single family home on the island of Wildwood, I think for about $30,000 or $40,000. And that was, 25, 26 years ago. But it ain't like that anymore.
No.
Oh,
Yes, Garrett. I believe. Yes, I'd compare Baltimore and Seattle. Well, I think Seattle might be a
As
little
much as
better.
Baltimore
but
is a
it's not a
beach
beach
town.
town. You're correct.
Baltimore has a harbor. I'm
Yeah.
sure Seattle has a harbor too, since it's
So-
on the water.
Springfield is North Jersey,
Oh, okay.
Route 22.
Okay.
We were just talking about that tonight, not quite North Jersey, but the any of you guys that are familiar with the movie The Summer of Terror, and when we were up in Avalon, it wasn't too far from that particular movie was to take place. It's a true story. And if you don't know what Summer of Terror is, it's not like a slasher movie. It's about shark attacks.
A great white. It was
Well, it was a bull shark. They think it was a bull shark, but they don't know because, I think a month after.
You're talking about like during the 1910s or something.
Yeah, the 1910s. Yep, 1914.
1914. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, or 19.
And they would people from Philly. They would get on the train to come to Wildwood.
I think the first person that was attacked was from Philadelphia. I think. And he was working there at the shore at one of the hotels, and it was his off day, and he went out and he was only in waist deep water, and the thing ripped his leg off practically.
So Tim agreed with you. The condo in the Crest was about $30K 20 years ago.
Yeah,
And didn't Tim say they're selling it?
I think so. Yeah, he was saying something about that.
I bet you it's appreciated a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, now 6 digits. I would say so.
6 digits. Holy cow.
And I bet you the first number of the 6 digits is a higher number than not. I thought the ceiling was bubbling, but it's not.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to jinx anything, but so far this trip, everything's been working good in the camper. No problems.
It was good news to hear about your refrigerator acting.
Yes, the
That was
refrigerator's working good. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you guys this. Any scientists out there? So, we bring a lot of bottled water with us because we don't drink the water out of the tanks. And
Sure, you could just Google this and find out.
yeah, I could, but I'm too lazy to do this. So, and I was going to put a bottle of water in the freezer to do a demonstration on the vlog tonight, but I forgot to do it. But anyway, so here's what I did. I put a bunch of bottles of water in the freezer of the camper, and about 7 hours later, I opened up the freezer. None of the bottles of water were frozen. They were still all liquid. Total water, liquid water. As soon as I took because I stacked the bottles up, as soon as I took the bottle out and flipped it, from top to bottom, it turned to ice.
This is my theory.
It went just like that. It went to ice.
This is my theory. As the ice is in this form, it's thicker and more. So it had a lot more to cool down. But when you flipped it, it was thinner. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. And here's the kicker about this whole thing. So, okay, I did it on like 2 or 3 bottles, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So then I took a 4th bottle out, and I opened it up very carefully as I turned it, and it did not freeze up. I took a swig of it. It was super ice cold water. I put the lid back on. I turned it again, and then it froze from top to bottom. And I'm not talking like solid ice, but it was enough. It was slush.
It's like slush.
Slush from end to end, and it went from a solid or from a liquid to a solid like that. Because I would consider slush a solid.
Casper, maybe?
Casper. Anybody got an answer to
that's
that?
Amazing. How
It
did that
is.
happen?
So Casey Carr says that he is not a scientist, but he has stayed at a Holiday Inn this weekend, and I have to say,
They stayed at a holiday week.
the vending machines in Japan are set that way so that when you open your Coke, it's a slushie. But do we know why it
But
happens?
why?
Why
That's
does it
my
happen?
question is, yeah.
Because
I was just
because.
fascinated by the fact that it was a liquid, and
I
then
know.
and it was neat watching it. It's like,
Wow.
well, the Japanese have a vending machine that way, and Tim's family is not getting rid of the.
oh, they decided not
Yeah.
to. Okay.
Cool.
Well, in a future vlog, I am going to do this again, and I will have water ready, and I'll be able to show you guys because I think it's cool.
And Marcus
I would like
Nye,
to
the
see that.
science guy. Marcus Nye,
Yeah, Marcus and I.
the science guy.
And I wish I would have put a couple in before this to see if I could get it to do it. But I don't have an answer for it because I'm like the freezer in a RV is not like a freezer in your house.
Right.
The freezers and everybody complains about, oh, the ice cream in my freezer in my RV is always soft. Now I don't think we've ever had.
We have an answer.
We have an answer.
You
We
do?
have an answer.
All right.
Tim says it's because the liquid in the bottle is super cold.
Super cool. That's what I was going to
The
get ready to say.
temperature of the liquid is below its normal freezing point, but the liquid has still not turned into a solid. The process is called nucleation.
Nucleation. Okay.
Because it encourages the molecules in the liquid to form a crystal-like nucleus onto which others can then latch.
Oh, okay. So all it takes is one crystal.
And Casey
One
Carr
crystal.
Okay.
Googled it and confirms.
All right.
Yeah, and nucleation, and I should have known this because nucleation
Yeah,
happens
That makes sense.
with okay, anybody meteorologist out there, everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody knows this, but everybody should know this. When it precipitates up in the clouds, it cannot precipitate unless there's pollution in the clouds.
Right.
It has to have pollution.
Tim,
And
did you Google it?
and when I say-
thought you knew this. I was like, whoa.
And when I say pollution, in meteorology they consider pollution any particle that's floating around. You have to have dust in the atmosphere, because the water droplets have to accumulate on that, and that is called nucleation. And the
Okay.
same thing happens with snowflakes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But anyway, that still doesn't explain why. But I guess if there's one that's just cold enough to be ice and I'm not seeing it, and as soon as I turn it, I'm disrupting because molecules, things are bouncing off of each
Right.
other constantly.
Right.
So that one little guy is just sitting there and not interacting, and as soon as I move it, it starts interacting with all the other ones, and all the other
Yeah.
ones join
They
together.
join together, and there you go.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Maya, there will be a test on this.
Yes.
You paying attention?
She's like, no.
Wow,
I knew Google had the answer.
that's interesting.
But I'm still
Oh, is
going
that
to
what you did?
demonstrate
You
this.
Googled
I
it?
think. I don't know.
He's just smart. He figured it out.
That's right.
But if you want to try it at home, take a bottle of water, put it in your freezer, and I guess just before it starts to freeze, do that. But it's got to be at just the right temperature, though.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be, and that's kind of a hit or miss thing, because I put 2 bottles of water in there and I forgot about them yesterday, and they turned solid.
Now I'm interested. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
The key is to catch it at the right
Right.
time.
Right.
Yep.
So Tim geeks out about stuff like that too. He
Yeah.
said.
It's fascinating.
Like the laminar flow. I don't know what that is. Laminar flow. Anybody?
I don't know what that is.
Nope. You got us on that one.
How about non-nucleic or non-Newtonian fluids?
Yeah, that I know.
That's interesting. So, if you don't know what a non-Newtonian fluid is you take some water and you add it to cornstarch and make a slurry out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a pan full of water and cornstarch, and you can slosh it around. Okay, and if you stick your finger through it real slowly, your finger will go right to the bottom of that. But if you punch it,
It's hard as a rock.
it's hard as a rock, and you
Oh,
can't even
good.
penetrate it. Yep.
Wow.
That was Connor's science project
It
when
was,
he was in
yeah.
first grade.
Really? And what do you call that?
It's a non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it's because of
They
molecules.
made Stretch Armstrong out.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Thanks, Tim. He's loving it.
Yeah. So anyway, we've kind of like totally got off of subject here, but
It's okay.
yeah. But anyway, I guess it's been an hour and a half or so now. I guess we'll wrap
Yeah.
things up.
Let Miss Maya get the
Yeah, we all got to get up and get things packed up.
Yeah.
listen,
It's,
you
Get
Miss
back
Ma-
on the road.
Miss Maya wants to go to McDonald's.
What?
That's what she just said.
McDonald's yourself to the bed. That's what we're gonna
I'm
do.
wondering where there is one.
it's right out there.
There is one. It's not far from here.
Okay.
Where did we go when we saw the McDonald's,
I don't
babe?
know.
You don't remember? We went to Wawa, over there
No.
by Wawa.
Remember.
Oh, guess what we're gonna make for breakfast tomorrow?
What? Waffles?
Before we live.
No.
Before we leave.
Why are we making that?
Oh.
Mm.
Why are we making that?
Because I have them. And the diet starts Tuesday.
That's why.
Can you guys see
Michelle.
that?
Okay. Does it make 5?
I think that's what it made. 5 deluxe cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Perfect.
Alrighty. This
All
has
right.
been pretty interesting, guys.
All right. Well,
Yes.
I thank you guys for coming over
Yes,
and
thank
joining
you very
us
Alright,
much.
thank you once again for the
and
invite.
joining the world.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was Maya's first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till she sees
She is
this.
having a ball.
Look at her. Look at her.
Yes! You know what's so comical about
Look at
it?
the camera.
I asked her before we got
Say
here. I
bye.
said, "You used to want to be a YouTuber," and she said to me, "That was before when I was younger."
Yes. That was when it was cool. Now old people do
Right.
it.
That was when
There you go.
the slime was
That was a
popular.
slime thing,
The
yeah.
slime? No?
Like Nickelodeon slime?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, everybody that's still watching, thank you very much for coming and joining
Thanks.
us. We do appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I haven't had an opportunity to thank everybody, but
Shelly and Dustin were on earlier. I made a vlog about people going over and checking their channel out. They managed to get over 1,000 with the help of people on this channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I know they appreciate it, and they have great content.
Herbie, give a shout out
Yep,
to your channel,
your
please.
channel. He's posting videos now.
I'm posting videos, yes I am.
Woo!
Red Jaguar 100 Travels. Come
Red-
check me out. I'm actually piggybacking off of Mark. I'm learning a lot, so
Thank you.
You got your
Yeah.
own skill set.
That's right.
Like-
I'm learning.
And I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel on this video as well. So,
Yep.
and I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. What's left of it? What?
Casey said it's 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, Garrett and Casey at 7:30. It's not 7:30 here, so peace.
Before we go, KC, are you camping this weekend or are you back home? Because I knew you said you were going somewhere, but maybe you're planning for a trip next week. Next weekend, maybe.
Oh, the Redwoods. Yeah.
I was going to the Redwood.
Redwoods.
I think so. He said something about taking a smoker. He's making barbecue. Wherever
Oh,
he's going.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anybody that's watching this video, be sure to check out KC Carr's channel as well.
The
He's
Oregon
got some good
Hillbilly.
the Oregon Hillbilly.
Oregon Hillbilly Hilton.
Yes.
Camping this weekend, too.
And I'll leave a description below to his channel
Yes,
as well.
definitely. Yep, I love watching his stuff. He's got the cutest dog.
Yes, the dog is
Oh, wow.
awesome. Have you seen his dog?
Yeah. Cute dog.
Mortimer. Love Mortimer.
Oh, the Redwoods were last weekend. Okay, well, get that vlog out there, Casey.
Mortimer, his dog is it a French bulldog?
No, it's an American.
No, American Bulldog is the pit bull line. What's the breed, Casey? But anyway, while he's answering this, that dog is so cute, and apparently it does not like to camp, and it gives him a
Yeah,
fit
it
about
sits in a camper and looks at him like, let's go.
Let's go home.
English.
English Bulldog. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Yep, love him. Give him a big kiss for me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, thanks guys for joining us. You all
Yes.
take care.
Tim, thanks for wishing us safe travels. And
Yep.
tell Julie we said bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Peace out.
All right, here we go. How can we stop this thing now? You guys can watch us trying to hit the buttons over here to stop the stream.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go,
Wait a minute. Don't
Hold
go
on.
anywhere yet.
I have to do this.
Oh, for goodness sake.
All right, we have 8 people still on here. I'm gonna
Hold
vlog. I'm gonna vlog this. Everybody say goodbye, and you'll show up on the Wildwood vlog coming up soon. There's gonna be a bit of a delay here, so
Derek.
yeah, everybody's gone now.
They're gone.
All right, I just like totally blew this up.
Yep.
Goodbye. Oh, there we go. We got a couple people saying goodbye.
Okay.
All right,
We tried.
we tried.
Tried.
If only we knew what we were doing.
Yes, we're amateurs here. Amateur vlogging.